When most people are presented with the concept of the evolution of consciousness, they think of a gradual process of evolution that has happened over thousands of years, if not 75,000 plus years, or somewhere in between. Not an evolutionary process that can happen individually or in a relatively short period of time.
I mean, are people even really capable of change? Once human beings are set in their ways, is there any possible way to stimulate authentic growth and transformation? Most of us have a hard time believing anyone around us can truly change, let alone ourselves.
Personal transformation absolutely can happen at a deep and lasting level in ways that will open up your life and your consciousness with magnificence that you have not yet dared to even imagine.
The effects are multidimensional, meaning you will transform at the mind, body, and spirit level. This is a dynamic process that is always occurring in consciousness on some level, no matter what.
However, once you become aware of your evolving consciousness, the game of life changes entirely.
There have been many exceptional teachers of this process throughout history, each teaching it in a slightly different way. Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Buddha, Kuan Yin, Enoch, Confucius, Saint Germain, King Arthur, Mary, the mother of Jesus, just to name a few.
And how does this transmutation happen? Through light and love. But today we will focus on light.
Yes, light. The same light through which plants evolve, grow, and communicate with one another. Plants also reach with all their optimistic might towards the source of that light. Just as they evolve from this process, so too do we, from reaching for the light.
This is the light out of which we are made, out of which everything is made. Even apparently empty space is filled with light in various forms on the electromagnetic spectrum, and black holes themselves are fed and thus grow from light.
Light and the mind. Our beautiful and divine instruments, our human bodies, can find in this process of seeking the light that the symptoms of depression slowly release their grip. Overbearing thoughts of darkness or suicide, loneliness and crippling anxiety can finally dissolve their density and weight in our lives as our vibrational frequencies increase.
We begin purging limiting beliefs, negative patterns, and old programming, leaving us feeling literally lighter.
Light and the body. There are limitless paths towards changing the appearance of one's physical body. Many are painful, self-defeating, egocentric, financially and or emotionally expensive, make us actually feel worse about ourselves, and are all too often temporary solutions.
However, using light and love makes the process not only fun, but also self-loving, fully transformative, and permanent.
The internal physical changes are even more extraordinary. Although it's actually the consciousness that's evolving, the physical body reflects the refinements that are gradually being made within the human psyche and DNA. Again, this leaves our divine instrument feeling lighter.
Light and spirit. When the light in your life increases, it stimulates communication between your cells at a subatomic level. Parts of your DNA become activated that we previously believed to be junk DNA. P.S. There is no such thing as junk DNA.
Our left and right brain aspects, the masculine and feminine, get stimulated in patterns and frequencies that begin to synchronize them,
creating a feeling of inner balance.
Realization and absolute faith in the underlying unity of all things is also a likely side effect. And of course, like the other two aspects of our transformational trifecta, this process of light and spirit leaves our divine instrument, our personal avatar, feeling lighter.
Light can activate certain empowering gifts within you that you may have no idea that you have.
Light can help us release deep conditioning that has toxically affected our lives and perpetuated unhealthy cycles.
Light teaches us how to be adaptable and open to changes while releasing old paradigms.
Light teaches us to become like a still pond when it seems as though life around us is a hurricane.
In spite of what many people may believe, the process of spiritual evolution is not the rejection of darkness. No, this would not make any sense because contrast is a defining factor of a third-dimensional realm.
Nothing can grow in the third dimension without something to push against it. Not even a flower can grow without the pressure of gravity.
We came to Earth expecting to make mistakes and be put in difficult situations so that we could grow and evolve on a cosmic scale.
The process of spiritual evolution is a practice of taking the light and merging all the parts of ourselves into a whole, balanced, and self-loving individual, integrating our inner light with the dark, so that we may give ourselves the gifts of peace and inner neutrality.
Realizing, maybe even learning to love the fact that every challenge, failure, struggle, pain, joy, success, or pleasure, etc., has served a divine purpose. It's the acceptance that our lives have been a meaningful rock tumbler designed to refine us into smooth, well-rounded, and loving individuals.
After the successful integration of light into your body and soul, the natural offspring is authentic self-love.
And the natural product of authentic self-love is a deep, fierce, and all-consuming love for the rest of the world around you.
Non-judgmental and in no way trying to change other people either. Just loving them as you have come to love yourself, for all the parts that make up the whole, and humbly allowing them to be on their own journey until or unless they awaken to a desire to seek the light themselves too.
This is a small portion of the overall process of what is known as spiritual alchemy, but hopefully it gives you a better understanding of how light is affecting your evolution. Reach out to us for more information, questions, or feel free to gently encourage friends or family our direction.
Side note, there are many side effects to choosing with awareness to advance the evolution of your consciousness. While we would like to be able to tell you that the side effects are only positive or pleasant, this would be untrue.
This process is hard work. It is very challenging emotionally and spiritually to begin to look inward when we have all been so effectively conditioned to seek answers outside of ourselves.
The benefits of having teachers and guidance through the process are more numerous than you can imagine, as long as you follow one rule. What your heart tells you to be true is your truth, and no one should ever be able to take that from you.
We will always give you loving guidance with the advice that you study what we're teaching you, validate answers, and verify facts we share with you for yourself, especially if you have any doubt in your heart. Know that ultimately you are the greatest teacher you will ever have, and you are worthy of incredible faith in yourself.
We send you love and light, that your luminous body may so shine for the rest of the world to see. Dragostea.